right, welcome back to another episode of CONVOS with KEEGS, Lonely Cowboy, ex Mad Rabbit University. I'm here with Griff. Um, what's going on, man? Last time we chatted was what, Monday? Or
Yes,
something?
sir.
No,
No, it wasn't Monday. Is it bad? I don't even remember what day
I
it
don't
was.
remember either. But we posted Monday, so I think it was like the last week before that.
Yeah, I think it was Friday.
Yeah.
I think it was a Friday.
Yeah. Well, how you been? How's school going?
Oh man, dude, I am so busy. It's just crazy. I was up pretty late last night too. I'm gonna keep it real.
Yeah, same. Did you go out?
I was out and about. I was out and about. So it was a fun time, but yeah, there's just I don't know. I don't even know what day it is. Like time is just a construct. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a lot, but it's good. Everything's good. How about you?
I'm good, man. Just got to Denver. It's sunny and blue skies. It's fucking gorgeous.
Oh,
And Buffalo is like gloomy and gray skies, so I'm stoked to have some sunshine.
that's awesome, man. That's just like Ohio too. It's super, well, not like Denver. It's like Buffalo.
Yeah.
It's just gloomy and crappy right now. But it's okay. It's supposed to warm up soon, so
Hell yeah. Are Thursdays a big day to go out around campus?
Thursdays are the new Fridays, and
Really?
Fridays are the new Saturdays.
What?
And people say that only the gremlins go out on Saturday nights now. But yeah, I don't know. It's changing. It's changing a lot.
Yeah. I don't see
Yeah.
your mic picking up any audio. Can
No.
you talk like super loud? Like just say something.
Wow.
There we go. There we go. I don't know why.
Okay. So I see it on my end.
You do?
I see it.
Okay.
Yep.
Your little bar on the side is going?
Yep.
Okay.
Then
Then we're good.
It's going.
We're good.
Okay. All right.
Um,
All right.
well, fuck yeah. Let's see what the notes on. We didn't really get to much of what we had last
We
episode.
got super sidetracked.
Yeah. I guess let's kind of get into what MRU is, because we like danced around it kind of. We kind of talked
Yeah.
about it, but in your words, how would you describe MRU?
Yeah, so first of all, Mad Rabbit, the company, has their own ambassador program, right? So if you really like the products, you can sign up to be an ambassador, get your own creator code, and then promote products in your own way, but you have to stick to a certain theme that Mad Rabbit gives you. And you can promote and advance the product and make a little bit of money too. So basically, it's taking that idea, that program, and creating a new initiative for universities to promote products on their college campus. So that's the gist of Mad Rabbit University. I know we talked about it last time, but we've got about 10 schools now. Those include Ohio State, Ohio University, Miami of Ohio, Santa Barbara, San Diego State, South Carolina, SCAD, Boston College, Howard, and Oregon. So
Damn.
we've got a lot of schools and a lot of kids promoting, Mad Rabbit on those schools in their own unique ways. And we have this really cool setup where we use something called Social Ladder, which is a platform that we use to give challenges to all of our ambassadors. And it's almost like a mini game of sorts. Like you complete challenges like doing an info table on your campus or having a bar rental or something. And then as you complete that challenge and you turn it in, you get new challenges, and we're able to monitor everyone and make sure that people are contributing and seeing the really cool stuff that kids are doing on their campus. And that's pretty much Mad Rabbit University in a nutshell. The ambassadors for, I don't know why I keep saying kids, the university ambassadors also get a little bit of money too if they want to make their own creator code and promote products on their social media. So if anyone uses that discount code, then they'll get a little bit of money as well. So it's a good way to learn how to market products if you're interested in marketing or graphic design, how to create infographics for Mad Rabbit. and on top of that, make a little bit of cash too. So
Gotcha. And do all those
So, yeah.
schools have teams like you, Sawyer, and Jimmy?
So me, Sawyer, and Jimmy, we kind of run the whole thing. But yes, there are a few people in little groups. I think some ambassadors are working separately at schools, and others are working together or a little bit closer. Typically, friends will sign up to be ambassadors together, so you see a
Gotcha.
lot of them working together. But then there's also like some solo people as well. We had last program we had Texas A&M, and I think there was one solo guy who did some really cool stuff.
Gotcha.
But yeah,
And for that program, like how much of MRU is being promoted by Mad Rabbit? Just Mad Rabbit.
just Mad Rabbit, not a lot actually, not a lot. I wish they would do some more
Mhm.
because I also don't think a lot of the people who use Mad Rabbit products know about Mad Rabbit University.
Yeah.
We're fairly small.
Yeah.
Like and maybe that's done purposefully so that we can stay in the demographic of college students and not interfere with people who are outside of that space,
Mhm.
because then it gets a little interesting. But Mad Rabbit really doesn't promote it at all. It's kind of up to us to market things and just do our own thing basically. So
Yeah.
it's interesting though. It's interesting. Yeah, what were you gonna say?
I was just gonna say because Mad Rabbit's demographic, like besides the university program, it's still like the younger generation for sure.
Exactly. I do believe that there are some, we have a huge Discord channel for Mad Rabbit alone, and all the ambassadors or anyone who's interested in Mad Rabbit can join and talk and share a bunch of stuff. And some of those people are, older than you think. Like,
Yeah.
people interested in tattoos, aren't just younger folks. There's a lot of older people who are, tatted up too.
Yeah.
Um,
I was.
but yeah, it is. I would say that a large portion of people who respond to Mad Rabbit products are younger individuals.
Yeah. I-
Caring about their skin and wanting to stay healthy and keeping their tattoos healthy for as long as they can.
Yeah, and I think that's what Mad Rabbit kind of does well is cater to the younger audience just through social media. Like I know, obviously,
Mhm.
there's, all age ranges for tattoo enthusiasts, but I would say the kind of old heads in the tattoo world, like they probably love Mad Rabbit, but also they don't really give a fuck about the social media stuff. You know?
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly. No, they don't care.
Yeah, and all the
Yeah.
other like aftercare brands and all that other stuff, they're definitely not on the level of social media marketing. Like Mad Rabbit
Exactly.
is taking over the social media marketing.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you think they're ever going to get into more artist-based products? I saw they just did that one product.
Yeah. They did that one. It's
The
a
Pro Glide.
Yes, it's the glide for the tattoo artists that they use,
Mhm.
to ink up people. I mean, I definitely think that's a start for a long marathon of other products specific for tattoo artists. It could dive into beyond skincare. It could just be like ink too,
Yeah.
ink itself. I'm not exactly sure where they're going to go with that, but it is really cool to see that they're busting out new products. And it's crazy to think, like, how do you even think about making a tattoo glide? Like what goes behind the scenes, and even like the science behind, like, how do you conjure up your own tattoo glide? It's just interesting to me.
Yeah. I mean, there's definitely a market for it, especially because most tattoo artists, the glide they use is either Vaseline or
Exactly.
some other like not name brand, but it's not. There's no Pro Glide, at least that I know,
Mm-hmm.
that can be
Yeah.
marketed as well as Mad Rabbit. Just having the label on it and stuff, you know.
I know. It's becoming a monopoly of sorts. It started out like with two kids in their dorm room realizing that, hey, we don't really want to use just Aquaphor to clean our tattoos. Like
Yeah.
what else can we use? And now it's gone to sunscreen and exfoliating soap and tattoo glide, and who knows where it's going to go next.
Mhm.
I only imagine they're just going to keep rolling out products because, like I said, they might want to become a monopoly for the tattoo space.
Yeah, and I know every artist kind of has their preference for aftercare and shit like
Mhm.
that.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that most people are under the influence that like Aquaphor is not a good aftercare because
Yeah.
it closes your pores and you don't want to
Exactly.
do that.
Exactly.
My one artist in Tahoe, she would do like, so for all these pieces, they're all pretty big.
Mm-hmm.
After the tattoo, she would clean it up, put this like blue sleeve, like a plastic sleeve over it.
Oh,
And
okay.
I would
Yeah.
have to change the sleeve like every 5 hours and wash it, but we wouldn't put no wrap or anything on it.
Nothing.
And then
Yeah.
24 hours later, I would go back in, she'd clean it again, and then put the new skin on there.
Yeah.
Um,
It's weird how tattoo artists all have their own approach to how they want the customer to take care,
yeah.
or how they will advise you to take care
Mhm.
of your tattoos, right? Obviously, you don't have to do what they say, right? I guess unless if you're doing like half of it one time and they tell you how to take care of it, and then you're going to go back and see them for the other half.
Yeah.
And if you haven't taken care of it the way they said, that might be a little awkward. But
Yeah, you can. You notice at least when I check out, like when Peyton has people in her studio who are reoccurring customers, you can tell who takes care of their tats
Yeah.
and who don't.
what does she say? Do you know how to take care of her clients' tattoos?
For her, she just does like the basic, keep the new skin on for 4 days.
Yeah.
Take it
And then
off,
take it
clean
off.
it 3 times a day, and then
Mhm.
lotion it
Right.
3 times a day. But
So yeah, that's the pretty standard
yeah.
procedure.
Yeah, but I would say 99% of people don't follow that procedure.
Yeah.
They're like,
I know.
I can take the new skin off in a day
Yeah.
and then just lotion it once.
I can't imagine, especially for my first big tattoo. I'm gonna be so like hyper fixated on everything that I gotta do. I'm just gonna be, super. I don't even know if I'll want to pull it off.
The new skin.
Yeah, the new skin. I'll just
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, when you get that
But-
big piece, there'll be some ink bubbles in there, so you'll definitely want to
Oh,
pull it
yeah.
off.
Yeah.
It's gonna
Yeah,
get
for sure.
itchy, and you're gonna be like, "Fuck,
Yeah.
is it 4 days yet? I want to rip this off so bad."
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, realistically, if you have a lot of tattoos, you should be lotioning every day, like
Mm-hmm.
just to keep
Oh, yeah.
them looking fresh,
I don't know about you, but especially in colder climates,
Oh.
my face and skin gets so dry.
Mm-hmm.
So even outside of tattoos, I feel like I'm always putting on moisturizer or something.
Yep.
Or else my skin cracks.
Yeah,
But
my skin is
Yeah, you
actually
gotta-
just cracking the other day.
yeah, no, it gets around my knuckles too.
That's-
I know when it's cold
yeah.
out if my knuckles start cracking. Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. So
It's such a pain in the ass living in Buffalo and you living in Ohio. Like, we get it the fucking worst.
oh my gosh, I know. I used to live in Michigan too, and Michigan was by far terrible because the winter time would last so freaking long, and it was gloomy, and it would just snow so much.
Yeah.
I think that was probably the worst winter I've been in. The best and worst winter was definitely Michigan.
How many places have you lived?
Like 7 or 8 places.
So you got
Yeah.
Connecticut, Ohio, Shanghai,
Yep.
Michigan.
Yep. North Carolina
Dang.
and New York.
New York City?
like suburb.
Gotcha.
Suburbs. Yeah.
How long were you there for?
That was when I was like a baby.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. Yeah. My parents are both from New York, so we were there, and then we moved to Connecticut, and then
What about North Carolina?
North Carolina. I was in Cary. North Carolina,
Gotcha.
which is kind of close to Raleigh. But talk about a great place to live, man.
Yeah.
And weather-wise, bro, North Carolina, top tier.
Yeah.
Absolute top tier. It's never cold, and even if it is cold, it's like 55 degrees. And it's sunny all the time. Bro, I remember we had a hot tub in North Carolina. And I remember I was in the 5th grade, and it was January. And it was hot outside. And I was like, I can't go in the hot tub right now. Like, imagine having that problem.
Yeah.
I kind of wish I had that problem right now.
I do too, man. What's the weather?
But-
What's the temperature right now in Ohio?
I'll tell you. Look at my
I
phone.
bet it's like 30
Honestly, I don't
something.
even want to look. Yeah. Let's see.
32. That's my guess.
30, yeah, 31, 32.
Damn.
And it's just going to get colder. Tomorrow, or wait, it's actually, we got a high of 41.
Nice.
Whoop-de-doo.
That is fucking
So we're not going to
hilarious.
break 50, but
So what's it?
oh well.
What's it like going out? I mean, I haven't been out in a college town in so long. Probably since I
Yeah.
No, I actually went to go visit my friends a few years ago.
Mhm.
But when it's cold like this, do you just bundle up and then walk around and?
See, I'm kind of the opposite. I don't care about the cold sometimes. I just kind of let it just bother me. Well, not bother me. I just let my body be bothered by it, but I'm not bothered by
You
it.
get the liquid blanket going on.
Yeah, a little bit of liquid blanket, but even when I don't, like, I'm wearing shorts right now, and I will, I'll continue to wear shorts through this 30-degree weather.
What?
Just because, I don't know.
Jesus, dude.
I also, like, growing up, I played a lot of hockey, and we played, like, in these outdoor rinks, and we'd get to the rink at, like, 5 o'clock in the morning, freezing cold outside, like, almost negative temperatures, and you'd have to undress and then get into your hockey gear, so imagine getting naked in that temperature, too.
Yeah.
So I don't know, I think ever since I've been young, I've been, antiquated to the cold.
Gotcha.
And I don't know. I kind of get used to it, I think.
Yeah, I feel
But,
ya. Let's.
Yeah, I do. A lot of people are like, "Why are you wearing shorts right now?" I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Dude,
I
I
wanna wear
couldn't
shorts.
fucking do it. I get cold so quick. But
Yeah.
I also take pretty much every day. I'll take a cold shower, and
Oh yeah.
if I don't try and at least heat my body up after that, like I'll be cold all day,
Yeah.
and it's just
I-
brutal.
When you say cold showers, I want to try the ice bath.
Oh, dude, you should.
The ice plunge.
Yeah.
That would be cool. That would be really cool. Like, I don't know, you see all those health benefits too, like it slows down your heart rate, and I don't know, somehow it'll help you live longer or something.
Oh yeah, there's tons of benefits.
Yeah. I would definitely try that. I've been in an ice bath before. I've done it before. It's a pain in the ass, but I think it really makes you like mentally strong too, or something.
You got a house out there?
No, I haven't. Honestly, I don't even have a bathtub. I have an apartment. I have a
Gotcha.
shower, so I can do the cold shower thing.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'd rather go hardcore and just do the ice bath.
You could get a little trough and put it in like your backyard or something.
Yeah, I could, and just crack it in the morning and jump right in.
Dude, those
Yeah.
videos online, like the ice bath community, there's some
Yeah.
people that are fucking psychos.
Oh my gosh, dude, they live for it, man. They
Literally
live for
do.
it. And maybe after a while you start to like it,
Yeah.
like you just start to, and you look forward to jumping in. I don't know how you could look forward to jumping in a freezing cold bath.
Well,
But
the after effect, like that.
The after
feeling.
effect is probably sick. It's probably a sick pre-workout.
Do you know who Caleb Presley is from Barstool?
Yes, I do know. I do know
Do
him.
you know his Sunday conversations?
No.
He does this thing like it's kind of like a parody interview where he interviews like pretty big guests and asks them like
Oh,
ridiculous questions.
yes, yes, yeah. I saw one of these videos.
Yeah.
I saw one of these videos.
And
Yeah.
he just did one with Drake, and
Yes.
they were
Yes.
talking. Drake was like, or Caleb
He's
asked,
talking
like,
about his kid too.
yeah,
right?
Adonis, yeah.
Yes, I remember
And
that.
Caleb asked like, "What's the best feeling in the world to you?" And Drake said, "Ice bath, a cold plunge."
Really?
Yeah,
Okay, I might have to try it.
yeah, you definitely
I
should.
might have to do it.
Let's shift gears a little bit before we get into
Yeah.
ice baths for an hour. So let's talk about Lonely Cowboy and Mad Rabbit University and what we're trying to do together.
Yeah.
I mean, it's. I think the first idea we had, or the first conversation you and I had over DMs, had to have been in what, November? No, December maybe.
Something like that.
Check real quick.
Maybe it could have been late November.
Maybe, I don't know. I can check super quick. It won't be that hard. Let's see, November 3rd.
Okay, early November.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just kind of, it's taken so many different courses of action, and I really think the idea of us doing an event at Ohio University, that's what it's called,
Yeah.
right?
Miami, Ohio.
Miami, Ohio.
Yeah.
Dude, when I first saw Miami, I was like, oh, they're in Florida. We're going to get nice
Yeah,
weather. If we do.
I know, dude. I don't want to get sidetracked, but
Yeah.
I have a Chinese exchange student friend, and when he applied to this school, he thought that it was the school in Florida.
No.
So, and he didn't find out until he, got off the boat from China and literally arrived here, and he was like, "Wait a minute, this doesn't look like Florida."
Oh my god.
Oh man, yeah.
That is
But same
hilarious.
thing. He was so excited. He was like, "Oh man, girls, bikinis, hot weather, like Miami Vice, blah blah blah."
Yeah.
Ohio. Oh my god.
Dude, Ohio might be one of the most depressing states in the country.
Dude, it's so flat.
It is.
It's just depressing how flat it is. It's just
Yeah.
farmland and. Anyways.
Wait, one last little sidetrack. How far away are you guys from Cleveland?
Probably like 3 or 4 hours.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, it's actually pretty far away.
What city are you
Yeah.
close to?
We're closest to Oxford. That's where we're at
Okay.
right now. Oxford is the city, and then I guess the other some close areas could be like Mason, Ohio, or Cincinnati, Ohio.
Gotcha.
We're closer to Indiana, than
Damn.
Cleveland. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's get back into Lonely Cowboy X.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think if we do an event, and I remember texting you about that idea initially. You said that you think there's some bars that would be interested.
Oh my gosh, yes. We've already done an event here. Unfortunately, I wasn't a part of Mad Rabbit University yet, but we had a huge event at the biggest bar we have here. It was number 2 for the best college bar on Barstool. It's called Brick Street
Damn.
Bar. It's really cool. It's got outside upper deck, then a outside patio, and a big ass dance floor and stuff.
Hell yeah.
It's like the most popular place to go when you're here.
Gotcha.
So that would definitely be the place we could do it at. And all you really have to do is rent it out. So
Yeah.
and they're open. They let people rent it out all the time. So yeah, that would be off the charts awesome. The other thing I was gonna say is the shirts that you sent me, Jimmy, and Sawyer.
Yeah.
Those shirts are fire, man. Like the one that I have, it's the butterfly one. It's
Yeah.
I forget which designer that was, but I wear that shirt all the time.
Hell yeah.
So I'm thinking like if we can get a shirt collab too
Yeah.
and get some people repping those at the rental, that would be sweet.
Yeah, for sure.
And then, because we have some old shirts from last semester program, which are like this, it's like this cartoon bunny
Yeah.
in a basketball jersey. It's cool, right? But we want to roll out some new stuff each semester. And we're kind of struggling to figure out who can help us with designs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So,
I definitely think that's a idea we have to capitalize on, and I know we talked about that briefly before. Luckily now, like, dude, my schedule from Christmas time to now has been fucking insane. And
Really?
I'm finally slowing down. Like, all those tattoo artist collabs that I was doing, they took the fucking life out of me, man. Every week it was just like, okay, I gotta do the podcast, update the website, put up the blog, put up the clothes, go work my 9 to 5, then come home and then do all my shit. So now that all those are done and I'm working on the documentary, like, pretty much all of my focus and content for Lonely Cowboy going forward that I'm going to be putting out now is going to be with you guys, because I can't put out any of the documentary stuff without giving shit away,
Right.
And that editing process is probably going to take at least 2 months, because I think I'm going to do a 5-part series.
So you already have this footage, is what you're saying?
Yeah, I've been collecting footage since last April.
Okay. And this is from collaborations with tattoo artists and other stuff?
So the documentary is going to be about how Lonely Cowboy came to be, and how the tattoo artist collaborations that we've done create the scholarships that we're going to offer in the schools. And
Gotcha.
then the filming process that I'm doing right now is like phone calls with potential donors, and then eventually phone calls with the schools, and then going to the schools and doing. So there's a lot kind of that still needs to be filmed, but everything that I have, all the footage I have so far is, the first conversations about, hey, what if we did collabs with tattoo artists, offered scholarships, blah, blah, like literally the very first conversations about that idea.
Right.
So yeah, my focus is definitely going to be on that long term, and hopefully release that at a strategic time that makes sense. And but with that being said, I have a ton of free time now to kind of put my energy into designs and talking with my artist to get her helping on the designs. And I mentioned to her if she wanted to come out to the event that we do and do like flash or something.
Oh yeah.
She said she'd be down. She would just have to figure out the health department stuff.
Right. That can be difficult.
I mean, I would imagine, I don't know. If it's at a bar, it might be tough.
That might be really tough.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't even think they'd allow that.
Yeah.
It might be, no bueno.
Yeah.
I don't know. The flash I've heard of from, different gatherings, it's always been like under the table. Not really the way you're supposed to do it. I don't even know if like Ohio allows that.
To have someone come in and just do flash and shit.
Yeah. I don't know what the guideline is.
Yeah. I would imagine it's just like having a guest artist come in to their studio, but if there's no studio to do it, and I mean, it's not a big deal.
There is a studio here. There's a tattoo shop, but we've also tried to reach out to the tattoo shop with Mad Rabbit products, and they weren't really interested.
Yeah.
They're kind of doing their own thing.
Yeah.
Which is fine, But so that could work at the parlor that's here, but I'm also not so sure.
Yeah.
So,
well,
but that would be awesome.
Yeah.
In an ideal world, that would be sick. Like, we've got the bar rental, we've got the shirts, we've got a pop-up, tattoo artists that's gonna, ink people. Yeah,
I agree.
that would be sick. And then we video everything.
How long in advance do we need to book that place?
If we're gonna do it, uh, we'd have to do it soon. Definitely have to do it soon.
Yeah.
And that might be something I just call Sawyer about because Sawyer's already done this before.
Gotcha.
And he's booked, at the Brick Street. So he knows how expensive it'll be as well. Because typically they're I don't know how expensive, but it's usually decently expensive.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah, but I do think since it's February, and maybe we wanted to do it, in April.
Yeah, get some nice weather, hopefully.
Get some nice weather. That would be ideal.
Yeah.
I'm sure that it's not, because a lot of the sororities and fraternities book the bar out, but I don't think it's booked out until April.
Gotcha.
Especially because it's not like most frats and sororities are booking the other bars around town, because that one's like pretty expensive.
How is the Greek life there?
It's, I'm not a part of it, but I've heard, great things. I've heard some other bad things, like any frat,
Yeah.
really. So yeah, it's a big thing here, most people are in a fraternity or a sorority. So, yeah, I have a lot of friends in fraternities, and they have all said, it's a great experience, and if you are looking to find a group of guys or a group of girls, and that can end up being like your lifelong friends, and it's good.
Yeah.
But I wasn't really interested in that.
Yeah, I'm the same. I was the same.
Yeah.
Rockport, the school I went to was very small, not compared to your school. And
Yeah.
the sports teams were like the frats of the school.
Yeah. Yeah.
And all the frats and stuff, they were just too tiny to really have any, social impact on the school.
Yeah. Exactly.
How is the sports teams there? It's all D1, right?
Our football team is not D1. We play in a different league. Yeah, so actually our hockey team is D1. That's like one of the big sports teams that we have. We got basketball, but our biggest, like what we're really known for is hockey.
Gotcha.
So,
you guys are the Bobcats, right?
no, we're a Red Hawk.
What am I thinking of? No way.
Bobcat, that's Ohio. Okay, so Bobcat's green. That's Ohio University. That's a different school.
Okay.
This one's you can call it Miami University. You can call it Miami of Ohio. You can call it Miami University of Ohio. Yeah, it tricks everybody up, man, because everyone thinks it's freaking Miami, Florida, but
yeah,
it's sadly not.
Dude, I thought it was that green school for the longest
Yeah,
time.
yeah, no, that school is actually in the middle of absolute nowhere.
Oh,
like,
okay.
there's nothing around that school.
Gotcha.
It's crazy.
Gotcha.
So we actually have like a town, Oxford, and then Hamilton's right next to us too. So yeah,
Okay.
but yeah, we're Red Hawks. Yeah,
Not the green school.
not the green Bobcat.
Nice. What do you guys have planned for MRU in the next few weeks or months or anything?
So, first of all, what I'm trying to do still is get a nice introduction for MRUX Lonely Cowboy up on our page. So I'm still trying to finalize that. The one thing that I need is like, when you sent me those videos, that eventually we're gonna do like the reveal, like the snowball thing that I was talking about.
Yeah.
We have a little bit of snow left, but I'm struggling to find like snow. And it sounds so stupid, but by the time you sent me it, I was like shit, man.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find any snow. Um,
That's
so
funny.
that's actually one of the objectives I have for today is to like look around for snow. So, and the people like listening to this don't really understand what I mean,
Yeah.
but soon enough, you'll know. So we're working on that. Um, Mad Rabbit was also like supposed to, give us some extra stuff like a video camera.
Gotcha.
But we haven't gotten that yet. We used to have a videographer, and she was really cool, but she's got her own full-time job now,
Gotcha.
so she can't really work with us anymore. So we're kind of struggling to fill positions, and honestly, it's just turning into me figuring out what the fuck I'm gonna do
Yeah.
with everything. Because I was the one who met this videographer and got all those tattoo interviews set up, and now that she's not with us anymore, we're a little bit stranded, but it's okay. We're gonna figure it out. In this room that I'm in, there's a lot of cameras, so I'm hoping that I can bring people in here and do tattoo interviews and just like also take photos of product
Mm-hmm.
and me just doing like some stupid shit in here. The other thing that we have planned is like a Bill Nye the Science Guy commercial for Mad Rabbit.
Oh, hell yeah.
But just Mad Rabbit University. So I might like get in a lab coat and just say some stupid shit
Hell
on camera.
yeah.
And so yeah, I think that's the cool part. It's like coming up with because if you think about it, Mad Rabbit can Mad Rabbit is seen as like this very cool, bold company, and super. I don't know.
It's like hip with the times.
They're hip, but then if you think about the university a little bit, it's kind of the university program is more. It's a little trendier, and it's for younger audiences. So you can kind of have.
There they are.
Hold on.
I mean, I can see you still. Good.
Okay. Yeah, they'll come back on eventually. Gosh, man. But what I was saying is like with the university page, it's a little bit more trendy. So you can do like some weird stuff like a Bill Nye commercial, and it could hit off pretty well. Versus if you were to put that on Mad Rabbit's like super authentic, bold, black page, I don't know if it would really work too well. So that's the other interesting part, and that's what we've got planned. It's also, I don't know, it's super fluid. Like we just kind of think of things, and Jimmy and Sawyer are mainly in charge of making sure the ambassadors around the school are doing what they're supposed to, and I'm kind of like the guy who's just promoting what's going on in the program and marketing everything. So
when you say they're making sure the ambassadors are doing everything they're supposed to, like,
yeah,
what exactly do they have, requirements that they need to meet?
They do. Yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah, they have requirements. So what I was talking about earlier, that social ladder thing, it's this platform that allows you to assign challenges to your ambassadors, and basically they have a long list of challenges that they have to complete by a certain date, and every week they'll get a new challenge or two. The past few that have just gone by, we had an infographic challenge. So create an infographic and promote it on your social media, and then submit it to the social ladder platform as well, so we can see that you did it.
Gotcha.
And as you go on, they get progressively more like taxing a little bit. So you've got like at the end you have to plan an event, a Mad Rabbit event on your campus.
Gotcha.
Or a tabling event, posted up somewhere. So we give them a lot of challenges. We also can, we can continually think of new challenges to throw their way also. And that's kind of something that I'm doing in our Discord right now. I'm just trying to see if anyone is good with graphic design, so we can try to get some new logo designs for merchandise.
I see.
So yeah, so they have their challenges that that are assigned to them. There's also challenges we can think of on the fly. But yeah, they're constantly throwing out content for us that we can use, and that's partly what I really need from them is good content on their campus, because that's my only source to their campus. I can't go to San Diego State and be like, oh yeah, like I'm filming for Mad Rabbit University.
Yeah.
Like I need whatever it is they're gonna make so that I can throw it up on our page and say, hey, look at our program we've got at San Diego State.
Gotcha. I see.
So
I see.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
have you thought about? I mean, this is such a far-fetched idea, but it would be sick doing like a tour of some sort around these campuses.
Oh yeah, that would be sick.
Yeah.
We've I'll tell you about another idea we had of traveling with the Mad Rabbit University team, but that would be so cool, especially because we don't really get to interact in person at all with any of our ambassadors. With the Ohio State people, they're actually kind of close, so we have, but with other schools that are further away, it's impossible. So that would be sweet. And it would be awesome because most of our ambassadors at their school, they won't do a bar rental.
Yeah.
They won't. They'll just do a tabling event. That's what they'll do. So if we got there and we were able to facilitate a larger event that got more eyes, that would be super awesome and beneficial for the program. But we don't have enough funding to do that. That's just the basic.
Are you guys on like do you have a budget for what you can, Mad Rabbit University can kind of go for?
Yep.
Gotcha.
So we get a budget, and we've been under budget most times, but that would be something that we definitely could do and we could plan for, but we probably couldn't do our own bar rental and traveling to some San Diego State or something like that.
Yeah.
We'd have to pick one or the other, I think.
I mean, that's
unfortunately.
That's kind of the name of the game is pay to play,
Exactly. Yeah. I fantasize about like one of our reels on Instagram just popping off and getting like an insane amount of likes and following, because then the bigger we grow, the more Mad Rabbit will want to, help us out and give us more. And it would be sick to get some, some top tier Big Ten schools. Like if we got, we've got Ohio State, but anybody else would be sweet.
Yeah.
Because you got 60,000 kids, 70,000 kids, and you go to a nice big ass bar and you promote Mad Rabbit University. People are gonna follow. People are gonna stay in touch because, it's not like people don't like what we do. It's just people don't know about us.
Mm-hmm. That's the same with Lonely Cowboy. I just don't.
Exactly.
I don't have the funding or the help. Like, I'm trying to do all this shit myself, and it's fucking draining,
Yeah,
I love it to death. I wouldn't trade it for the world, but at the same time, I can only give so much of myself to this company,
I know. I definitely think, though, that the documentary is going to hit so hard because people love to see I was just talking about this with my friend. People love to see like the before and after, or the process, of things. Like I was just talking to my buddy about like body transformations. Someone's like a little overweight and then they go to like shredded. Like people love to see stuff like that. So if you had a whole process like going from the ground up with Lonely Cowboy and documenting that whole thing, people are going to get invested super quickly.
I hope, man.
And
I fucking hope.
Dude, I definitely think so. And the other thing the documentary will do is it'll help solidify like your presence online, and people will like really understand what exactly you do. Because right now it can be a little bit difficult to like understand what Lonely Cowboy's goals are, and like just having that documentary will definitely help people understand like, oh, this is what Lonely Cowboy is all about.
Yeah, for sure. I think maybe potentially having one of the episodes be, it really just depends when I want to release all this stuff. One of the episodes could be like Mad Rabbit University, Lonely Cowboy partnership, and somehow incorporating a travel event in that, like whether that's
Yeah.
going to different schools and trying to do scholarships. Like I would love to do scholarships in colleges, but there's no real like. When was the last time Miami, whatever the fuck your school is? When was the last time they promoted a scholarship that you could still get while in college? Like I don't even know if it's a thing.
Yeah, there's only been small grants,
Yeah.
And it's a couple $100.
Mm-hmm.
That's about it. So yeah, but I mean, if you think about it though, like, you can't really go to high schools, right? Because it's public school,
Well,
right?
you'd have to get permission and.
Yeah.
I mean, it can be done for sure.
Yeah. It could be less of a scholarship thing and more of just like a funding for a certain type of individual who needs it.
Yeah. Or maybe maybe like just an event for the scholarship fund.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's just a fund that people could, like a GoFundMe type shit.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that'd be dope. I think that'd be really dope.
Yeah. No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, you said you wanted to, because Sawyer's leaving, correct? After this year.
Yeah.
Is Jimmy gonna take on more responsibility and you?
No, Jimmy's gone too.
Damn.
So it'll just be me.
Damn.
Yeah. It'll just be Griff. And holy shit, I'm not ready for that.
Yeah.
It's already enough right now just trying to figure out what to do marketing wise because we don't have there's no guideline. It's just up to me to figure out what the fuck to do.
Yeah.
Which is great. It's great, but it can be chaos.
And
it can be a little bit of chaos.
Having that responsibility on top of that would
On top of that, it's not crazy. The biggest thing is just getting on the social ladder and making sure everyone's doing their thing and managing people.
Yeah.
And honestly, I think it can be done with 2 people. They've done it before with 2, but it would be really nice to have 3 like we do right now.
Have you been kind of recruiting people? Like in the back of your head, are you kind of
thinking?
Yeah,
we have one girl who's really awesome, and she will probably be, leading the program with me next year. But she's at Ohio State, so I can't see her as much as I see Sawyer and Jimmy every day, and talk about stuff. So that'll be an interesting dynamic in itself. So we'll see, though. We'll see. It's going to be fun.
It might be nice to have the 2 separate campuses, though.
It could. It definitely could.
And if you got some events at Ohio State, like those would go
that
crazy.
Would be sick.
Yeah.
That would be sick.
That would be dope.
So other than the documentary, what else do you have? Do you have anything else planned? And other than working, with the university?
I'm going to focus more on the content and more on building just Lonely Cowboy, and not as much the tattoo artists. Just because the tattoo artists are going to be such a big part of the documentary, like I'm almost gatekeeping that. And trying to get more awareness on what Lonely Cowboy is, what do we do, and honestly just staying off of social media a little bit because I don't want to give anything away. I don't want to release anything that, could potentially be a big part of the doc. So
exactly,
it's all it's just a matter of what do I want to put out in these next 2 months, But yeah, I really want to take my time with this doc and make sure it's fucking perfect, which is going to be a pain in the ass because, I mean, as you edit videos, right?
Yeah.
What do you use, Premiere Pro or Final Cut?
Premiere Pro, baby.
Fucking.
Yeah, that's the way to go.
It is so hard.
But, yeah. It's tough. I've been editing videos since freshman year of college. I really got into it. And even now, I'm really not that great.
Same. Yeah.
It takes, you know, like some people like literally can, create a job just out of using Adobe Premiere.
Yeah.
And editing videos. I'm not that type of person. I'm like super familiar with the shortcuts and stuff, and I can do basic things, but I can't do the really cool shit that I want to be able to do.
Yeah.
Which takes like, years of practice and stuff. So I'm decent at it.
Do you think
but
eventually you're gonna do you want to continue to grow within video editing?
I've thought about that. If there was a class here on video editing, dude, I'd take it 4 times over if I could.
Yeah.
Just because it's such a good skill to have, and everybody needs it. Everybody needs it. So I definitely want to keep learning more about. And the great thing is, anything that you want to learn how to do in video editing on Adobe Premiere, you can just look it up and find a video on how to do it. So it's hard, but it's also really easy. It's like, at the tip of your fingers, basically. So
are you just using your laptop?
I built my own computer over COVID.
Gotcha.
Nice. Yeah, I'm kind of one of those nerds.
Dude, I want to be like that.
Yeah, it's actually KEEGS. If you're, I don't know if you game at all, but if you're interested in like, anything, even Adobe Premiere too, like having a nice desktop PC, it's awesome because you can load up a bunch more film on it, and the processor can handle a lot more, and it's quicker than a laptop, blah 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 blah.
Yeah, my laptop sounds like a fucking jet engine when I'm recording.
Yeah. My fucking laptop, my L letter doesn't work on the keyboard, my O doesn't work, and my period doesn't work, bro. So I have sometimes I have homework, discussion posts, bro.
Yeah.
Oh my, you don't even know how many times you type out the letter L, and O's a vowel. O's a vowel.
Period,
so
dude.
you're dude, yeah, and period. You know what listen to this. You know what command C, like copy?
Yeah.
Bro, I have to command C a period and command V a period every time I write a fucking sentence. It drives me crazy, dude. It drives me crazy.
You gotta get a new laptop, bro.
I need a new laptop.
I don't think I could do it. I would lose my mind.
I have an iPad, which I like to do a lot of my other drawing and shit on. So I use that sometimes. That'll help because I can just type away on the keyboard. But I'm literally typing like this on iPad. I look like but yeah, the laptop, it's a lost cause, and it'll die after 5 minutes of use.
Damn, is it a Mac or Windows?
It's a Mac. It's
Yeah.
It's I don't even remember. I maybe got it in 2018 or something.
Hey, mine's getting there.
It's old.
Mine's getting there.
Yeah.
It takes me about an hour to, when I'm editing podcasts, whether it's through here or on my camera and my Procaster, it would take about. The last one I did was an hour 15 podcast, and it took 2 hours to export.
Yeah.
And it's
like that, and then trust me, bro. I know.
Yeah.
I'll open Google Chrome, and my laptop just goes fucking motor.
Oh, that's funny.
I literally I remember stepping back from my laptop just because I was worried it might actually explode.
Holy shit, man.
I don't know, man. Old tech, that's one of the things, bro. You can't have old tech and survive nowadays. You got to stay up with technology and have decent equipment to do anything.
How is the video editing on your desktop? Is it quick?
Pretty freaking awesome.
Yeah.
It like I was just gonna say, exporting or rendering videos that'll still take a bit, but shorter clips that are just like a minute, like I'll render that in a nanosecond.
Yeah.
It also depends like how much you've got in that clip and subtitles or whatever, um, but it's really nice. And I can go into my house, fucking sit down at my computer and just grind, and it'll do everything for me, and I can just leave it there and it'll be fine.
Gotcha.
I mean, other than a laptop has the benefit of being super portable, and a desktop isn't portable really.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's crazy good.
God, that's what I need, dude.
Yeah.
Aren't
Yeah.
they expensive to build? They're like $3,000 or something.
Yeah, so over COVID, I door dashed a crap ton and saved up all my money.
Oh,
and
you DoorDash.
Literally,
Okay.
I door dashed.
I thought you were
I
saying like
DoorDashed.
you were getting DoorDash. Yo,
I was fucking hounding
Yeah.
DoorDash. No. Yeah, so I was like, I want to build a gaming computer over COVID. So it was like right after COVID hit, I started door dashing. I saved like maybe $2,000, and then I was able to buy the parts and then build it myself, and that was like the coolest thing I've ever done.
Hell yeah.
I remember it took me like hours upon hours, just because you get like some super expensive parts, like the CPU itself is a square,
Mhm.
and it comes in like a little box, and that alone was like $350. So I was holding this little thing, and it has these golden pins on it,
Yeah.
and if you fuck up putting it into the motherboard, you just wasted $350. Like, you can't fix it. So I'm holding this little thing, and I'm like shaking. I'm like, oh god.
Oh
And
my
like
Lord.
anyone who's built a PC, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Like, it's the one thing that's you got your oh shit grip that you're holding on to
Damn, dude.
the entire time.
That's gnarly.
But yeah, definitely recommend it. It's so much fun.
I'll get there eventually.
Yeah, for sure.
I say we wrap it up for today, and
Yeah.
we'll chat again next week. But yeah, so this episode,
Dope.
all these episodes for anyone listening, the Mad Rabbit University, X Lonely Cowboy, they will all be posted on Mondays. And to follow Mad Rabbit University, all the handles are just that, right? Mad Rabbit University.
Mad Rabbit University.
And same
Yes,
with
sir.
Lonely Cowboy. It's Lonely Cowboy Co. on Instagram, TikTok, but I never fucking post on TikTok. And I'm pretty sure we have a
That's
Twitter
okay.
too, but I don't post on Twitter. So yeah, just Instagram and YouTube. Thank you guys for watching this episode of Convos with KEEGS. We will catch you next time. Peace.